Okay, so we are going to start down on the mat, and I have my lovely foam roller. It's a full-size foam roller. I feel like I talk about this a lot, but it is a little squishy. This is one of the softer versions of a foam roller. Um, OPTP soft foam roller. It's backwards, isn't it? Anyway, I prefer a softer feeling with some of the things that we're going to do, but all of that is always entirely up to you. And we're probably going to maybe use some other things after this, but for now we're going to be on this for just a bit. And I'll get rid of my Christmas cactus a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to keep my foam roller nice and long, and then I'm going to turn around, have a seat towards the edge of the foam roller, and then scooch my tush all the way to the edge, and have a lie down. Okay? So how do you know you're in the right position here? Your tush all the way up through the back of the head should feel fully supported. Okay? And you decide when you get here where your arms and legs belong. Wider feet, wider arms is going to give you more support. Whenever we widen our base, everything creates more stability. When you slide everything in, and you can try that now, bring your hands right next to you, bring your feet and knees together. You might feel a little bit wobbly. So it really depends on how you want to feel right now. I'm going to come somewhere in the middle, okay? Feet are just about hip distant for me. I'm going to straighten my arms out and bring them up towards the ceiling and just start to move and loosen the shoulder joints a little bit. Warm up all the muscles around the shoulder. This movement also just creates a nice little lengthening through the neck and the upper spine as well. Your range of motion, maybe it's smaller than mine for some reason. Okay, so just make your circle as big as you would like. But let's see if we could really take a nice deep breath and incorporate the breath as part of the flow. I'm going to go the other way with my arms. I'm kind of shifting what my hands are doing along the way. Sometimes they face each other. Sometimes they face the ceiling. Sometimes they don't. Okay, there's no rules here. So just notice that when you shift what your hands are doing, it kind of changes how this feels. And I'm just going to do 2 more here. And 1 more time. And then the arms will come back. And I'm going to keep my arms just a little bit wider because I'm going to start to pick up my legs now. So my elbows and my palms are a bit wider. Feet and knees are going to come together, and I'm just going to start to bring one leg up at a time. Getting a sense of how this feels. Can I stay as centered as possible? If I roll off to the side, it's not that big of a deal. We're close to the ground. But the goal is to stay, of course, on the foam roller and as centered as you can. I always try and remind myself to just find a nice long neck here. This could easily be a recipe for like a bunch of shoulder tension. So try and keep your shoulders just fairly relaxed. All right, the next time you pick up your right leg, we're going to stop with the knee kind of right over the belly. The further away you go, the more the hip flexor is going to have to kind of work. So bring the knee in a little bit further in from the hip joint. Make a circle on the ceiling with your knee. Make a circle on the ceiling with your knee. I'm going to go 5 in one direction. That's 3 and 4 and 5. And I'm going to go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then the leg is just going to go all the way down. I definitely feel that right in the hip joint. Left leg comes up. Left knee is looking at the ceiling. And now a circle. It's not a particularly big circle. If you want to make a larger circle than the one that I'm making, bless you. 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to go the other way. Around, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to the center, all the way down. Just a quick stretch for the hips, feet together, knees wide. Ooh, this is an intense set of feelings for me. Noodle around with where your feet are. Maybe your feet, bringing the feet together is more intense for me than widening them a little bit. So play around with that. And I haven't mentioned this in the video yet, but if you hear what sounds like a small animal that's being tortured, my mother's Bichon Frise is on the other side of the door, and he can hear my voice, and I can imagine he's stressed out. That I think he just really wanted to do this class, which I understand, you know, it's special, so, but he can't. Okay, legs I brought them back up. I'm gonna push down and walk through my feet and just walk them out so they're a little bit wider. And I'm gonna bring the palms back up towards the ceiling. And palms are facing one another. Fingers, are actually at the ceiling. I'm gonna open my arms all the way out to the sides. Hands, perhaps they come to the floor, and then I'm coming back up again. Same movement, but with bent arms in the shape of a cactus or a goalpost. And then come on back up. So one straight, open, east and west, and come up, and then one bent, open, east and west, and then come on back up. I'm going to incorporate a breath here. Inhale wide, exhale up, and bend. Just one more each way. And bend. And bend. Okay, come up in this shape, elbows bent, palms together. Maybe your elbows and your palms are together. I'm going to bring this whole shape back. I'm going to separate my elbows a little bit and bring my fingertips to the floor. And then I'm going to come back up and bring my elbows back together. So this shape is just sort of moving backwards. I'm bringing my fingertips towards the floor, my elbows open a little bit to surround my face, and then I'm coming back. A little bit different this time. Bring the arms back again. I'm bringing my fingertips to the ground, the elbows open a little bit, keeping the elbows this high. I'm going to straighten the arms, keep my thumbs together, and reach my fingers to the wall behind me. So this is kind of a big stretch for the shoulders here. I'm going to rebend at the elbow and then come back, elbows and palms together. We're just going to do this 2 more times. As you come back, your elbows open a little bit. My elbows are kind of right around my forehead or my temples. And then I'm going to keep my hands together, slowly extend out, keeping the palms together. It feels like a big stretch through the shoulder girdle and through the back of my shoulders. Bending to come back where we just were, and then re-extending up. 1 more time. Bend, elbows together, palms together. Slowly lengthen out. Big stretch behind. My arms are right next to my ears. And then I'm coming back again. And I'm just going to separate my arms and come all the way down. Okay? Feet, I'm going to walk them back in a little bit. I'm still going to remain right around hip distant with my feet. You'll move your feet around if you need to. Hands are going to come wider, but I'm going to challenge myself by straightening my arms. Elbows are lifted and just my fingertips are down, okay? We're going to start with the right leg. So you're shifting work into your left foot and extending the right leg up. I'm going to point the foot and flex the foot. Point and flex. 1 more time. Point and flex. Bend the knee, put the foot down. Shift over, bringing the left leg all the way up. Point and flex, and point and flex. One more, point and flex. Bend the knee, bring the leg down. We're coming back to the right. Extend the leg all the way up. I'm going to point my foot, lower down towards the ground. Maybe I'll tap the ground. And then when I do, I'll flex and come all the way up. So it's a point on the way down and a flex to come up. We're just doing 3 more. Exhale, come up. 2 more. Exhale, come up. 1 more. Exhale, come up. Bend the knee, replace the foot. Other side. Point all the way up. Flex down. We're just switching the way the feet go just for fun. Point up. Flex down. Point up. Flex down. One more time. Point up. And flex down. Now I want you to flex and bring the left leg up. Flex here. Hold here for a second. Bring the leg towards the right slightly and the left slightly. And the right slightly and the left slightly. And the right and left. 1 more each way. And then come back to the center. Bend the knee. Bring the foot down. Other leg. Come all the way up. Flex the foot. In and out. In, like a little teeny windshield wiper movement. In and out. 1 more. In and come back to the center. Bend the knee. Bring the foot down. Good. Widen your feet. Hands are going to come behind the head. I'm really just keeping my fingertips threaded together behind the back of the skull. And I'm going to bring my elbows up so I can see them in my periphery vision. I'm taking a really nice deep belly breath here and lengthening the neck in preparation. Chin in towards the throat. Exhale, curl up. This isn't a huge movement here. Inhale, back down. Exhale, chin to throat, curl up. Inhale down. 4 more. And down. And 3 more. And down. 2 more. And down. 1 more time. And all the way down. All right, head down, arms down by your sides. I'm going to roll off to one side, push the foam roller away, and just take this moment to feel the way the spine feels, which is super weird, but kind of great. And take a couple of deep breaths there. Okay, I'm going to take the foam roller now and maneuver it so it is going to end up sort of in this way, right behind my heels. And then my heels are going to, my feet will find it. Okay, so it's as if I'm about to do a bridge, but I just brought my feet right on top of the foam roller. I prefer to bring the foam roller under the heels. Once we get moving, if your hamstrings and your legs feel really tight while you're moving, scooch the foam roller in or out a little bit. There's usually kind of a sweet spot where it's not too torturous. Okay? Press down through the arms, push down through the heels to ignite the backs of the legs and the tush, and start to come up just a little bit and lower right back down. So it's a small lift at first. Let's see if we can incorporate the breath. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Neck is long, arms are long. Try to keep your knees as wide as your third or fourth toe, or as wide as your ankles even. Also, when you lift your hips, you may be able to see ever so slightly in your vision here. Make sure that your hips are fairly even with one another, that you're not lifting one hip higher than the other. And let's just do 4 more here. 4 and 3 and 2. One more time. And then come all the way down. Just take one deep breath. Come back up just about halfway with your exhale. Okay? See if you can squeeze your tush. Bring the knees slightly east and west. And hips are just going to come up a little, down a little. Up a little, down a little. Up a little, down a little. And 5. And 4. 3, 2, one more time. And lower all the way down. That's like a lot of work when you have the foam roller. I am just going to straighten my legs and find a moment of length here. Flexing the feet, pointing the feet, flexing the feet, pointing the feet. Take a nice deep breath. Oh my God. I just want to share with you that the dog is really annoying me. And I just want to recognize that there's really nothing I can do because we have a small house. No matter where I put this dog, he's going to be annoying, okay? So I just want to empathize with you. It's super annoying. I love you. Okay. I'm going to bring the knees in and just give him a big hug. Inhale, exhale. And I'm going to rock up to sit. And the reason why I'm not letting him in this room is because he's just going to lick my face. Okay. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. We're coming onto our side here for a moment. I'm coming onto the side body. We don't need, I'm just going to scooch it over here, but don't push it away too far because it's going to come back. Side body. So we're going to, since we just woke up the glutes, we're going to strengthen the muscles around the booty, to make the hip connections a little stronger. Top hand right in front of the ribs. See if you can lengthen out through your spine. This is like a little bit of a combo movement. We're going to bring the top leg up. All right, so just a quick alignment here. Knee over knee, knee as high as hip, shin and bottom part of the leg is just in line with the one underneath it. Once you get here, extend the top leg out like you're pushing something away from you. The leg is theoretically kind of in line with my spine. And bring the knee back in where you just were and then come right back down, okay? So it's a lift, extend, bend, and down. Lift, extend, bend, and down. As I'm doing this, I just want to point out, if you don't fully extend this leg and really imagine that you're pushing something away, you will miss the booty activity. Bend the knee, come in, and lower down. Lift, extend, bend, and down. Lift, extend, bend, and down. We're going to do 4 more. 4, reach, in and down. 3, reach, in and down. 2 more. Up, reach, in, and 1 more. Lift, reach, in, and down. Now come on back up here. Extend the leg out all the way. Let's find that glute activity. Bring the leg slightly back. Point the foot. Little pulse up that goes back and up at the same time. You should feel your tush and the side tush or the glute med. You should look that up if that doesn't make sense. I should post a picture of it actually in the little notes area. Last 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh! And then come all the way down. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to lift the leg 1 more time. Just a quick low back note here. Make sure you're not tucked here or not overly arched, kind of somewhere in the middle, okay? This is one of my favorite exercises to hate to love. Hate to love. Hate it, love it. It's just the bottom half of the leg, and you should feel this in almost exactly the same place that you felt potentially in the last exercise, right in that side tush hip area. We're doing 6 more. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Ooh, and then come all the way down, okay? From here, we're going to come on to, for a moment, bring the head just right here first. No, I don't want to do that. I just changed my mind. I'm going to flip, and we're going to bring the back onto the foam roller. Changed my mind. Back onto the foam roller. So how do you know you're in the right place here? I'm bringing my hands behind my head. I want us to curl forward, and this feels like quite a bit of work. If your foam roller is too high, it'll be hard, I think, to, it won't feel as much like an abdominal exercise, and if it's too low, it's gonna feel terrible to be here, somewhere in the middle. Elbows come forward a lot. Slide your shoulders down. We're gonna bring one leg up into tabletop. Draw the abdominals in really well and bring the other leg up too. Small movement. In and out. In and out. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring the feet down. Bring the hips forward. Come all the way back towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale back. Exhale, come up. Just 3 more. Exhale, come up. 2 more. Exhale, come up. Last one. Exhale, come up. Okay? We're going to shift and do the other side. Stretch there. Bring your foam roller with you. It'll be like a similar set on the other side. Okay? So, quick little spine check in here. Nice and long. No tucky. No tucked pelvis. I'm going to bring my top hand right in front of me. I don't know, there's something about bringing my hand here that brings an awareness to what my abdominals are doing too. Kind of draw the abdominals in for support for the spine. The top leg comes up just about knee height. And then you'll extend the leg. When you extend the leg out, it's like you're pushing the wall away. So you're really finding that glute. Bend the knee, come in. Oh, and then come down and up, extend, bend, come in, up, extend, bend, and down, up, extend, in, and down, up, extend. Sometimes it's hard to get that, I don't know, it is for me at least. My glute doesn't always want to participate. Sometimes you have to bring your leg up and back a little bit further just to find that feeling there. Down. We're doing 4 more. Out, in, down, and up. In, down, and up. In, down, and up. In, down. We're going to bring the leg out and hold. Point the foot. Bring it slightly behind the line of the body. Little pulse up and back at the same time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Take a nice deep breath there. And then we're going to come up one more time. Love to hate it. Bottom half of the leg. Lower left. and 8 more. 8, knees still. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here for a second. Just take a nice deep breath. Make sure that one hip is right on top of the other hip. Lower all the way down. Take a nice deep breath there. Inhale, exhale. Just give me 1 second. We did that. I'm just having amnesia. Okay, bring this underneath you, and we're coming back to this place. Hands behind the head. So again, it's the same position here. If it's really difficult to stay curled forward, scooch back a little bit so the foam roller is, I would say, right where a sports bra would be. Elbows are forward, shoulders are down. Take a nice deep breath, curl forward. You're just gonna hold right here. One leg comes up. I'm starting with my left. Rotate towards that leg, bringing the knee and the elbow in, and then come right back where you just started. It's a little rotation, and then right back where you started. Maybe exhale, inhale, 4 more, and 3, and 2, 1 more. Okay, other leg. First leg up, and come back, and come back, and come back. Last 2. 1 more, and all the way down. I'm going to shift my hips forward a little bit, support the back of the head, come all the way back. Exhale, come up. Inhale back. Exhale, come up. 2 more. Exhale up. 1 more. And exhale, come up. Good. Okay, bring yourself forward slightly so the foam roller is in, like right on the shoulder blades, and bring your head back as far as you want to. I'm going to go all the way back so my head is resting on the ground. And then I'm going to reach my arms all the way back as well. So this is just a really big stretch for the whole chest, upper abdominals, neck. Give yourself a deep breath. And then the hands will come back behind the head to assist curling out of that, okay? I'm going to bring my hands behind my thighs and rock up to sit, okay? This is going to come around. We're going to come onto our bellies. We just did a lot of really active flexion, rounding forward. And so now we're going to make the opposite shape with the spine. Flip over, all the way down. Reach those arms out nice and wide. For me, I like to bring it right underneath the wrist or the palm. You could do all of this without the foam roller, so if for some reason it doesn't feel right, just take it out of the equation. Forehead will come down. So just let your head be down for a minute. Just noodle around with your legs so they feel nice and long and relaxed. Take a couple of deep breaths into your belly. Relax your shoulders. Okay, so I'm going to start to keeping my head down. Extend the arms and bend, come back. Small movement. Extend. Keep going there. As you extend, you can let your shoulder blades kind of slide forward. As you come back, you can let the shoulder blades relax and the elbows come down. Reach. And back. Reach. And back. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now I'm going to pull the foam roller underneath my wrist just a little bit more. This time when I extend my arms, I'm not going to let the shoulder blades come all the way up. I'm going to slide the arms pretty long and at the same time start to lift the head and the chest. Along the way, I'm thinking more shoulder, like chest wide or shoulder blades sliding down into the back. And this is extension, especially of the upper spine. So keep your eyes forward and then lower back down and try and relax. Pushing down through the pelvis into your mat just a little bit and lift. Okay, so for some of you with really tight shoulders, this foam roller, you just may not like how this is going. So just a reminder, you can just scoot your hands back down to the floor. We're just going to do 2 more here. Lift and lower. 1 more. Lift and lower. And now I'm going to come up about halfway. Draw the abdominals in a little bit. Roll back on the foam roller until I get to my fingertips and re-extend. My legs are long and light. And re-extend. 2 more. Bend and re-extend. 1 more time. Bend and re-extend all the way back down. Just relax all the parts for a minute. Forehead down. Take an inhale. Exhale. Good. Okay, from here, I'm actually just going to continue to push my foam roller forward. We're not going to use it for the next exercise. Arms are going to come out nice and wide. Head and the chest will lift, hovering right over your mat. You can keep your eyes down at the floor. First, arms come up. I'm going to keep this cactus shape or goalpost shape. Elbows, I think, are below the line of the shoulder and then lower back down. So the upper body stays. It's really just the arms that are mobile. Intuitively, I kind of want to lift my legs at the same time, but I want to encourage you to find a lot of length there. So you're not just dumping all of the energy into the low back. Let's do 4 more here. 4. And 3. And 2. 1 more time. I'm going to sit back for a quick stretch through the low back. Child's pose here. Tush to heels. Long arms. One more deep breath here. Okay. And we're going to come up to hands and knees here. I'm just going to keep my hands a little bit wide and the knees together. Round through the spine. And then lengthen out. And round through the spine. And arch. And more each way. And arch. Oh my God. Come back to the center. Having the dog outside the door is like a metaphor for almost my whole life. I just, like, not that I need to be thinking about this right now, not that I need to be talking about it during class, but there's so many distractions. Okay, neutral-ish active spine. Okay, so many people end up in this position, but they end up like down here, or there's no energy through the spine. So try and activate the spine extensors by pushing the ground away. We're gonna extend one leg out. I'm starting with my left here. And then I'm gonna curl my right toes forward, drawing the abdominals in. I'm gonna lift my left leg up just a little bit until I feel those glutes start to fire, and I'm gonna lengthen through my spine even more, and then lower right back down. It's not an incredibly big extra movement, but you should end up feeling this in a similar place that we felt those leg extensions and leg pulses when we were on our side. This is a little bit more of a energy through the midsection as well. 6 more here. And 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And then come all the way in, and we're switching out to the other side. Abdominals in, hands under the shoulders. Bring the leg up until you feel the tush muscles fire. Lengthen through the spine, lower and lift. Abdominals are in, tight. 6 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And then come all the way down. We're gonna come into a plank, you guys. When you extend out into your plank, feel free to modify your plank however you need to. See if you can find your glute connection. We just turn them on in this position. So see if when you extend out and out, you can find that tushy feeling as well. And we're gonna breathe here for 10, 9, 8 super deep breaths, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and knees come down. Uncurl your toes, come up to kneel, and bring the arms all the way up. I'm going to hook my thumbs, stretch the fingertips up, and just really create length from the knees up through the fingers. Relax the shoulders a teeny bit. Let's do a little side to side here for just a moment. Reach over to the right and then to the left. 1 more each way. And come back to the center, and then come all the way back. Walk your hands forward. We're going to try another plank, a little bit different this time, okay? I'm going to bring my knees back in so they're fairly close to one another. Again, please modify however you need to. Lift into a plank. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to play around a little bit with moving one of my limbs. I'm going to start with my right leg, sliding it in and going back out. Sliding it in and going back out. Sliding it in and going back out. Let's switch to the other leg. In and out. In and out. 3 more. In and out. 2 more. 1 more. Woo! Knees down. Come all the way up. Knees are down. I'm going to bring my arms out east and west, really reaching wide, palms down. Spread the fingers apart and slide the shoulder blades down. Let's twist, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. And then come back, arms all the way down. Roll the shoulders around. We have 1 more plank, okay? Hands are going to come back. I like to start with my knees in. Draw the abdominals in and extend the legs. Okay? For this one, we're going to focus on the arms a little bit. See if you can aim your elbows for the wall behind you. Hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Sit back on your heels, bring your arms out in front of you. Take a nice deep breath. And then come all the way up. We're going to do one side plank for each side you have. I think you only have 2 sides. I'm going to bring my left arm out, and well, of course, we'll do both sides, so whichever one you start with is really fine. So one leg out, one knee down. There is the modified way to do a side plank, where you move your knee out a little bit. And so you're still really working through the shoulder girdle and your midsection. The bottom hip is still really working. The top hip is working, okay? You can also fully extend your bottom leg. See if you can keep that hand right underneath your shoulder. Head back. Let's do one more really deep breath here. And then come down. Okay, and then I'm going to come over to the other side. Side 2. Good to notice if one side feels different from the other. Get the glutes involved here too. One more deep breath. And come all the way back down, okay? I'm going to come into a quick down dog stretch if you'd like to join me. I'm going to curl the toes forward. Shoulders away from the ears. One more deep breath here. And then I'm going to walk my hands and my feet in towards one another and come all the way up. We're going to do a few stretches here. For this last part, for the stretch portion of this class, I'm going to let the dog in, because I feel it's important that you have a visual with what you've been hearing. Oh my God, you're so annoying. Come inside. Yeah. Okay. Come here. Okay, so let's sit up. Come here. Come here. You can bring your legs out nice and wide. Is this what you wanted? You didn't even want to say hi to me? You just want to come here and sniff? Okay, I'm going to bring my right hand out towards my right toes, and then the left arm up. Ooh! Big side body stretch. And I'll switch over to the other side. Left hand out. Of course, if you can't get your toes, you're just bringing your hand to wherever you can. Big stretch. I thought he missed me. He doesn't even care about me right now. And then one more each way. And other side. That is a big stretch. You can come back to the center. I'm going to bring my legs together and then come onto my back to stretch out the hips a little bit. So we're going to do this kind of like number 4 stretch, where one leg crosses across the opposite thigh, and then my hands are going to interlace behind my opposite thigh. And then, yeah, this is a pretty intense stretch. Hi. Hi, puppy. Come here. Hi. If you move right and left with this shape, you'll get a little bit of a massage into the low back, but also a deeper stretch through the hip. And I'm gonna switch legs. And then I'm gonna finally bring my leg down. And now I'm gonna bring the knees over to one side and the arms out nice and wide. No, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah. And then we come over to the other side. Okay. Okay. And I'm rolling back over. And I want to do one more standing stretch. Come on up to stand. And I always kind of like to just be close to a wall for this. It's a quad stretch. And if it's difficult to grab your opposite foot, you can use a yoga strap or your magic circle or a band stretch, a circular stretchy band would be really good, so you can actually hold on to the foot and the ankle. The more I reach my knee down and then push my hip forward, the deeper the stretch becomes. And then we'll switch to the other side. Hi. What is it? What do you want? Good. Knee down, hip forward. Let's stay out of there. Thank you. We'll do one more deep breath here. And come all the way down. I'm going to stand up nice and tall and do one more side to side stretch. Thumbs up, fingers up, thumbs together. And reach. And reach. One more. And then back to the center. Arms down, push down through the feet. Stand tall. I made it. I made it through.